Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Today, I am going to talk about top three reasons why software developers are struggling to land high paying contracts and high paying jobs. Why software developers are struggling to land high paying contracts and high paying jobs. That's what I'm going to talk about today. It's something that is really near and dear to my heart. It's something that is very near and dear to my heart uh, because tech is such a lucrative field, and if you have the right skills, if you have the right uh, instrument, if you have the right approach, then you can land really good opportunities in tech. What I am going to do, I'm going to check my tech to make sure that everything is working. And also, as you are joining, say good morning, Becky, uh, good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, everyone. I'm so super excited to see you. And as always, as Vicky and Jennifer did, please drop a comment, say hello. This is how that works. And also, as you see the comments, I encourage each and every one of you to connect with people and network with people because this is how we network um, on the live stream here on LinkedIn. Super excited to have y'all here, and we're gonna talk about why software developers. Three reasons why software developers and professionals in tech is struggling landing high-paying jobs, landing high-paying contracts in tech. Good morning, good morning. Uh, so, reason number one, reason number one is the lack of executive presence. Is the lack of executive presence. Um, on Sunday, I drop a video where I talk about a little bit about executive presence and the system and why people might have trouble. So, what is executive presence? What is executive presence? Executive presence is when you show up consistently, authentically, intelligently, and you provide value and you talk about your expertise and you talk about your expertise. This is what executive presence is. So the lack of executive presence. Uh, so how can you show up how you can show up with executive presence? It's simply being present. It's simply being consistent. It's simply talking about uh, your uh, expertise, talking about uh, your craft, um, talking about what you can do. Because here's the thing. When it comes to your profession. And I understand that people might think that they're not content creators and stuff like that. I'm not talking about content creation because we are not content creators, right? Like when we talk about our craft on social media, we're not content creators. We're not doing it for likes and shares. I'm like when I'm creating content, right, as a software developer, as a mentor, as a career coach in tech, I'm not making my content for likes and shares. I appreciate that, right? It helps my content, it helps other people to see my content, but this is not the main reason. The main reason is to show up authentically and to show up with authority and establish your executive presence. This is the main thing this is the main thing why people show up. Because here's the thing, um, majority of software developers, majority of software developers are not showing up. And I tell you more, um, something that I do every day. I, I look for software developers. iOS developers, web developers, backend developers every day. This is my everyday activity. So I connect, I I network, and I connect with other software developers. So let me tell you something. It's really hard to find software developers, and I know that they are there, and I know that they are there, and I know that y'all there, especially software developers in the United States. Like it's easier for me to find software developers in anywhere else rather than in the US, right? So executive presence. And here's the thing, what happens when you don't have executive presence, when you don't have executive presence. um, you might be applying for a job, or somebody might be getting in touch with you, but here's the thing here's the thing, like this is something that I commented this morning earlier. um, interviewing interviewing, it's very similar to sales, right? Kind of similar to sales. How's that similar? So company buys your expertise because company will pay you for your expertise, right? And when there is a transaction, when there is a buying decision, when there is a hiring decision, no, like, and trust factor is important. And if you don't show up, right? If you don't show up, like, and if you don't have executive presence, you gotta be so damn good at your value communication in your resume, with your communication with the recruiter, like on your screenings, on your or during your interview. You should be like super good at communicating your value, and you basically have a very short period of time to establish your executive presence right then and there. It's simply nearly impossible because there's a time constraint, and people just get to know you. But when you show up, when you show up, when people see your face, when people read your articles, when people see you, people know about your expertise. People know what you know. People have an idea what interests you. And whether you want it or not, you will form a group of people who resonates with you, who appreciates what you do. Because not many, like I said, not many software developers actually do what you do. Not many software developers show up authentically and show up with authority and have that important executive presence. So that's why it is super important. And this is something that I teach inside of my platform for software developers: how to show up, how to establish your executive presence, how how to how to plan your content in a way that you show up as an expert in your industry. Because here's the thing: I see a lot of software developers who show up, right, and show like they post their code, they do a little video, they do little tutorials. It is wonderful, and it's wonderful. It's the right thing to do to demonstrate your skills. However, like just the same code, just the same coding project, right? It's not gonna get too far. You have to have a logical system, right? Like where you demonstrate your technical skills, where you demonstrate your business fit for the company. When you talk about something else other than just simply code, it can be related to tech. It can be related to tech, but it should be something more than hello world or whatever project that you're putting out there. When people see your value, when people see like what you can bring to the company. Because here's the thing: when you just showing up the code, right? Like who can understand your code? Who can understand what you are sharing? Other software developers. um, do other software developers have a hiring decision, or have like an influence on hiring decisions? Yes. However, they are not main decision makers. They're not main decision makers. They can get you a referral, they can get you an interview or help you to get an interview, but like if you only talk if you only keep talking to people who understand what you do exactly and in a language that you that only certain people can understand, then um, you're not talking to other people who are involved in the process of making decisions. So executive presence and sharing your knowledge, sharing your expertise, sharing your value and communicating your value to your prospective employer, to your prospective company, to your existing company. Because here's the thing. A lot of people are struggling with promotions too. Like we're talking about like jobs and contracts, but think about it. When you have a job, a lot of developers do like and this is something that I see in the industry also. I see software developers start putting out content, and later on they get burnt out or tired or like not enough engagement, this and that, or like they land in a job and they think it's going to be forever like that. Nothing is forever. Nothing is forever. Like, people get comfortable, people think that they landed a job and they need to show up anymore, like they rest right now. But here's the thing, like, when there's another career move, when you're getting ready for promotion, when you're getting ready for the next role, when you're figuring out what is your next mountain that you're trying to climb on, we need your executive presence. And if you only show up when you need something, this is inconsistent. Like, yes, when you have a job, when you're happy with your career, when you're happy with your situation, you like it's okay to slow down. It's okay to post like, I don't know, one time a week or one time a month, and like here and there, like check in with your network, especially if you had a really rigorous job search, right? If you had a lot of interviews and it was really intense and now you finally got your position, it's okay to take a break, but it's important to be consistent, to keep being consistent. Because what I see, people stop showing up, but this is your muscle, like communicating your value and talking about your expertise. This is a muscle that you have to train all the time. It's like you're going to the gym, you're getting results, you got the results, you stop going to the gym. So a few months later, you're going to lose your result, right? Like, and all of a sudden, you're at the point, well, at the step one, when you don't know how, like, what to say, how to say, what to post, what article to post, how to work, how to share that article, and things like that. So here's where like communication problem and here's where like the bottleneck with your executive presence start happening. So reason number two is your network. Is your network. And by the way, if you're new to my live stream, like I saw that 35 people registered for my live stream on LinkedIn. I really appreciate you. Like, if you're new to my live stream, so let's network. Drop number one if you're new to my live stream. If you've never been on my live stream here on LinkedIn, drop number one and I will greet you appropriately. Also, if you're my OG, if you've been with me, if you know me, just drop OG in the comment section so other people can see your comments, other people can connect with you, and other people can network with you. Also, if y'all are a little shy, and I understand, not everybody wants to show up in the comment, react on my live stream. And I give y'all permission to go to comment section or like to reaction section and actually check who reacted on my live stream and uh, um, connect with them. Hello, welcome. Like it's such an honor that you joined my live stream, and it's like I really appreciate you. I really appreciate all of you, but I especially happy to see new people. So network. This is why I have This is my OG. This is my Lorian. This is Jennifer OG. So like I'm using StreamYard. So like not every name can be displayed. But hey, my OGs, and like I have people from my program from like Career Legacy program. So I also want to welcome my clients because my clients here on this live stream as well. So you also get my special welcome and my special greeting today. So network is important. Network is important. So because you might have uh, executive presence, right? You might share your knowledge, right? And your expertise. But if you don't have the audience, if nobody hears you, if nobody sees what you're putting out, and if you don't have the right framework, the right system, then nobody sees it. This is why network is important because your network is your net worth. Like last week I was talking about how I got laid off, and because of my amazing network, amazing people, all of you, I landed my next interview within hours, and the next week I already had an interview, and um, a few days later I already had a job offer because of my strong network, because of all of you. Because no, here's the thing: nobody wins alone. Nobody wins alone. You need other people, and you need the right people in your network. You might say, "Hey, but like I connected with like 500 people, so this is my network." Here's the thing: you need to expand your network daily, and this is another thing that I teach inside of my program. I teach you how to expand your network daily, how to expand your network daily, and how to find the right people. And search bar is not the only way you find people on LinkedIn. You heard me right. Search bar is not the only way you find people on LinkedIn. There are other more effective ways to find people here on LinkedIn and connect with people here on LinkedIn. So your network is important. And reason number three, you don't have the system that you can reuse every time you would like to make a career move. It's not just for the job search. It's not just for when you switching specialties or getting or breaking into tech, but the system is something that you can use to make your next career move, to make your next career move. So that's why system is super important. The right system is super important. So, what do I mean by that? So, we know that everything is temporary. At some point, what we have right now, like technology, your job, my job, everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. And you need a system that you can use to build, lead, and prosper. So, the system that you can build your expertise, get, build your network, build your executive presence, lead people to your expertise, um, lead people to you, and that will that will increase your chance of landing better positions, better uh, offers, make better career moves. Because here's the thing, even when it's not just exactly to related to the job search, even when it's related to make a career move within your organization, like working on your promotion or working on like getting to the next level, people look at your executive presence. You have to be visible, and you have to have a system to show yourself. And this is exactly what I teach inside of my program. I give my clients the system that they can rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Let's say later on, my client wants to land another job, right? They already know the system. They already know how to show up authentically. They already know how to build the expertise. If they need to build their expertise, if they want to switch to another specialty, and they know how to lead people to themselves, and they know how, like, they know how to use that system over and over again. So whenever they're back in the market, like, they don't need to rehire me again because they have that system, because they have that resource that they can reuse again and again and again and again. And by the way, if you are interested and want to know how to navigate your career better, I invite you to my program, Career Legacy. So you can schedule a mini coaching session with me. The link is in my bio. So I have 4 spots left. I have 4 spots left. And this is where you get in the system. This is where you get in the system. And this is something that I use in my professional life. This is something that I use in my career because I started as a QA engineer. I started as a QA engineer. And then, like, transition number one, right? Like, from a therapist, I used to be a therapist, to QA engineer, right? Transition number one. Transition number two, from QA engineer to iOS developer, to like software developer and test, to iOS developer. And I use the same system. I use the same system, the same methodology that I teach my clients how to do that. How to do that. And my system that I use, that like over the years I master, right? And I was able to recognize the patterns. Because of my system, I was able to land my next interview so fast. Like, yes, because of my network. Yes, because of my amazing people that I'm connected to, but also because of the system. But it's not enough just to like add connection on LinkedIn. And this is not adding people to your network on LinkedIn and then never talk to them again. This is not networking. This is just like increasing your followers, and people may not even know who you are. So this is what I teach inside of my program. And if you want to navigate your career, right, build your technical skills, build your build your executive presence, build your leadership skills, I encourage each and every one of you schedule a mini coaching call with me and see if this program is the right option for you. So system is important. System is important because um, here's the thing, like, this is one thing that I see in the industry. Whenever something happened, right? Let's say an unfortunate event happened, uh, I don't know, a layoff, or somebody doesn't like their position, or like something out of normal, right? A lot of software developers just start like moving like without order. Either they start applying for a bunch of jobs online, which is may or may not work. They start doing all kinds of different things. They like also they start posting things, right? They start being more active. They try to add more recruiters in. Like, they kind of start throwing things at the wall and see like what sticks, right? And this is not exactly the right way to do so, right? Like, certain things might work, certain things may not work. But when you have reliable system, when you know, like, okay, this is what I should do, like X, Y, and Z, like, it's easier to do that. And if you're consistent with that system, if you are consistent, you don't have to work that hard, because if you work the system works for you. If you work the system works for you. So This is what I have for you for today. I really I appreciate my OGs. I appreciate my new users. I appreciate all your reactions and your comments and your participation. It was an amazing live stream. Um, like I said, the invitation to my program stays open. Like the link is in my bio. I will also post a link in the comments as well. So, and stay tuned for my future live streams and future posts. Also, tomorrow, we're going to talk about the harsh truth for software developer, things that software developers should not be focusing on, things that software developers shouldn't focus on. So it's going to be interesting. Wait for the link. I will drop the link. And by the way, when I invite you to my live streams, right? Like if you show up in the comments, I will shoot you a thank you message. And if I didn't see you on the live stream, I will send you a link with their like replay with my YouTube replay. Um, Thank you, Jennifer. I totally recommend schedule a clarity call with Eugene. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. So, this is what I have for you for today. So, stay tuned for my event for my live stream tomorrow. And also, after that, I will be doing a live stream on Friday as well. So, I usually do a live stream on Wednesday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Great talk, Eugene. Looking forward to tomorrow's too. Yeah, yeah. So, with that being said, have an amazing day. Um, my DMs are open. I have slots available for my mini coaching session. I have four spots available in my program right now. So I'm gonna see you there. Bye, y'all.